democracy operates on a tripod stand of the executive, legislature, and judiciary. Although not elected like others, the judiciary plays critical roles in every democratic society by upholding the rule of law, safeguarding fundamental rights, and maintaining social order as an impartial arbiter through the interpretation of the Constitution and other extant laws. Now, how can the judiciary function optimally to contribute to the nation's sustainable development? These and more will be our focus on Panorama today. I am Chika Okorie. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us live from Enugu Network Center. The federal government has launched an initiative leveraging space technology to generate an estimated $50 billion annually. Olainka Ojo reports that the initiative, which is aimed at leveraging geospatial technology to improve revenue generation across agencies of government, was unveiled in Abuja.
National revenue streams struggling to meet the nation's growing needs. The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, in partnership with the National Space Research and Development Agency, is exploring innovative solutions to drive economic growth. This initiative aligns with the renewed hope agenda of the current administration, which aims to create sustainable revenue streams through modern technological integration as practiced globally. This initiative represents a transformative step towards economic diversification and a prosperous nation. By adopting innovative revenue generation methods, we can build a more equitable economy.
We stand at the threshold of a new era where innovation, creativity, technology, and collaboration can drive economic growth and progress. This can be visualized by taking cognizance of the immense benefits other nations have derived by using this indispensable tool in boosting the revenue base for economic growth and development of their respective countries. Therefore, Nigeria as a developing economy should leverage on this very noble idea.
NASRA Director General Matthew Adepoju notes that with Industries 4.0 emphasizing space science, innovation, and artificial intelligence, the collaboration with revenue-generating agencies will be pivotal in achieving the goals.
Mainstreaming space science and technology into our activities in Nigeria is not only going to help us on boosting our revenue generation, it's also going to help us in fighting the insecurity in the country, because our analytics and result are showing that most of the internal strife is driven by solid minerals and other resources in the country.
With full participation from all government revenue agencies, stakeholders agree that the integration of space science and technology will not only boost revenue, but also strengthen national security and economic resilience. Olainka Ojo, NTA News.
Federal government's transformation initiatives in the livestock industry are wooing more partnerships with the sub-national governments taking the lead. The latest to sign into the national project of improving the livestock sector is the governor of Jigawa State, Namadi Umar, during an audience with the minister Idemukat Merha in Abuja. Correspondent Yusuf Jiga reports.
The life of the Ministry of Livestock Development. Commitment seems to be fast building up, with all the robust initiatives to transform the industry gradually gaining tracks. This attraction is now wooing the interest of states with high potential for livestock, with Jigawa State as one of the latest partners to declare support for national project.
Already we have agreed, as part of our 2025 budget, that we are going to create a Ministry of Livestock in Jigawa State. And I'm sure you must have heard in the last 2 weeks, we have integrated livestock committees that will be driven by myself. I'm the chair of the committee. And this is to drive the issue of livestock in Jigawa State.
For us here is to key in with the expected new ministry that is coming on board to see how we can collaborate to develop the capacity of the pastoral, the herders, and all those who are interested in doing livestock as a business. The peace building model that is in Jigawa State today is a model that I would recommend for other subnationals to copy.
The minister described Jigawa as a fertile ground for the growth of the sector and promised to provide a large platform nationwide to promote renewed hope agenda in the ministry. In Abuja, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
The inaugurated young ambassadors as advocates to spread the campaign against gender-based violence in secondary schools in Nasarawa State. Ngozi Technique reports that this is the maiden project of the recently installed president of the council.
Getting into these young minds, the nation's core value of respect for every human, especially the feminine. These women, under the auspices of the National Council of Women's Societies, believe will stem the tide of gender-based violence in Nigeria. This is why they took the sensitization campaign against the societal menace of sexual and gender-based violence to schools in Nasarawa State, where they inaugurated ambassadors to spearhead the advocacy.
How they should spread the issue on GBV so that there will be no victims in this Karu local government again, and gradually it will spread to the other 5 local government areas in the FCT and Nigeria as a whole.
Local government stand to gain a lot because our guests, especially the young ones coming up, they need to be educated about what is happening in the society.
With such eagerness and determination, the students are ready to preach the message among their peers.
I don't believe in gender-based violence. I believe in equality between both male and female. Women are expected to be able to impact to our nations and also be respected as being a woman.
I've learned that we, the girls, if we have any problem, we should not keep it to ourselves. We should tell people around us what is going on.
Earlier, the president of the NCWS, in company of other delegates, paid homage to the local government council chairman and were received by the vice chairman, Ibrahim Bulus. Ngozi Technical, NTA News.
State government has restated its commitment to implementing policies aimed at facilitating quality and sustainable healthcare development in the state. Governor Peter Mba stated this as a one-day orientation workshop for local government leaders on the operationalization of Abuja commitment to polio eradication. Chika Ugu reports.
This workshop, organized by the state government in collaboration with the World Health Organization, presents an opportunity to reflect, strategize, and take ownership of the healthcare system. The workshop focuses on polio eradication, routine immunization strengthening, and primary healthcare developments. The governor represented said his administration is committed to improving the primary healthcare system and as such is investing in the ongoing construction of 260 Type 2 primary healthcare centers in every ward, with over 60 of the facilities completed.
What will happen today for those of us that will be tuned in will help you set up the framework already that will fall into that component of health within your local government delivery units.
The workshop seeks to ensure that all local government leadership and management of primary health care are well informed on their roles and responsibilities to development and implementation of actionable plan on the Abuja commitment to deliver quality health care.
We are going to be interacting with them and exposing them to those various concepts so that they will be better informed and have the capacity.
Addresses by partners emphasize the need for local government leaders to step up their games beyond infrastructural development and invest in one of the most fundamental pillars of development, which is health promotion. In Enugu, Chika Ubu, NTA News.
Independence of the judiciary and sustained improvements in the judicial infrastructure, key players say, will help to strengthen the judiciary for optimal performance this year. Chimaroke Ugu sampled the opinion of Nigerians on the roadmap to a successful judicial system.
Judiciary, the third arm of government, constitutionally has the function of interpreting the laws of the country. This arm is part of the state structure needed for institutional development and the enforcement of judgment. However, the efficient discharge of these duties of the judiciary is largely dependent on the presence of an autonomous judiciary with effective dispute resolution mechanism, accessibility to justice, and a judiciary that promotes justice in its truest sense.
Its function properly is just to interpret the law. Know where the state is going right or going wrong. Into the legislation. If there is any lapse, it is for the judiciary to say.
For a more strengthened and efficient judicial system in 2025, respondents say the judiciary is expected to be highly professional in the discharge of their duties, ensuring that justice is not only served but seen to be served.
Without the judiciary being very independent, they will find it very difficult to play that very important role expected of them. So the judiciary also need to go through introspection. They need to really review their activities.
The best way they can complement the role of law enforcement agencies is to ensure that those found culpable are punished according to the prescription of the law, and that everyone that appears there should be treated equally.
We need to get to the level where the rest of the world judicature is currently. We now ask ourselves, how do we even become better? So I expect that the judicature, they'll be meeting, because everybody appears to be concerned.
Strengthening judicial efficiency is not merely technical improvement, but the cornerstone for fostering trust and unlocking sustained economic growth. In Enugu, Chimaroke.
To throw more light on issues surrounding the nation's legal system, let's bring in our guest. He is the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Ebonyi State, and also Chairman, Body of States Attorneys General of the Federation, Dr. Ben Uruchi Odo. Welcome to Panorama, Dr. Odo.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, you just watched our story, a special report on the nation's legal system. What is your take?
Well, I want to sincerely thank you for this invite. Our justice system is in a state that we need serious intervention. Reason being that the issues that are confronting our justice system are issues that confronted other justice system of other crime, and they were able to surmount it. What we are facing today, the challenges we are facing in our justice system, is that some states, in the 36 states, are still within the practicing the retributive justice system instead of having a paradigm shift to the restorative justice system that we ought to have. That have created a lot of problems. Number one, delay in proceedings, court proceedings. You can witness it all over the country. We have delays in court proceedings, backlog of cases. They are there. It's a problem that we have with our justice system. Now, lack of digital transformation in justice delivery. Most of our justice system, our courts, are still analog in nature, and then it's just few states that you will see virtual hearing devices. So judges are still writing with longhand, and it makes delay for the dispensation of justice. Lack of access to unfettered access to justice. These are problems we have, you know. And then you see, we have.
Before you go on and on, you have so many things in mind, but I want to actually take your attention to a special issue. You know, having followed your activities for a very long time, you are an advocate for alternative dispute resolution. How far has this gone to help the system and the country at large?
Thank you very much. The beauty of the alternative dispute resolution process or system or mechanism is that, number one, it has been mainstreamed into our criminal jurisprudence. And because it has been mainstreamed into our criminal jurisprudence, it has created a paradigm shift from retributive justice system that we have to restorative justice system that we ought to have. Unfortunately, we have now a model law that is called the Administration of Criminal Justice Act of 2015. So many of the states have domesticated, but some are yet to domesticate. Those states that have domesticated, for example, Ebonyi, we domesticated in 2019. With the domestication, we introduced alternative dispute resolution into crime disposal. And with that, we had a very big, what I call a paradigm shift from the justice system we had. The justice system we had is retributive justice system. It's a justice system that uses two approaches in crime management: vengeance and punishment. So we shifted from that approach of vengeance and punishment to a restorative justice system that uses the approach of reconciliation. Victim and the accused reconcile, even though in a criminal matter. Restoration, the society is restored into pre-crime situation. Reintegration, the accused person, after serving the jail term, is reintegrated back into the society without stigmatization and without shaming. And then reinstitution, the victim is paid compensation for the crime committed against him or her. So this is what ADR have been able to do in our criminal justice system nationwide. Like I said, where you will not witness it are in the states that are yet to domesticate the Administration of Criminal Justice Act of 2015. So it is happening. Now, if you take an excursion into that act, you discover that, which we have domesticated, you discover some provisions that have never been in existence. For example, I will use Ebonyi State.
All right, if I'll leave you, you go on and on and on. But I think at this point, it's better for other states to take a cue from Ebonyi State, you know. But let me take you from another angle. How can the judiciary help to stabilize the nation's economic growth by checking corruption and other excesses?
Thank you. You see, the only way judiciary can help, number one, is that the judiciary need to have, at the helm of affairs, CEOs. Unfortunately, judges are trained to be judges in resolving cases. But these judges who are trained, with due respect, to resolve cases are the ones heading our courts. So we need to have different persons heading the courts. We need to have someone who is specialized in public administration to be the court CEO, different from the judge. You know, in my Ministry of Justice, I am a lawyer, and I am the CEO of the Ministry of Justice. But I have my HOD admin. The head of admin, he has degree in public administration. He's not a lawyer. So in terms of the administration of the Ministry of Justice, the head of the admin who has a degree and who is proficient in public administration is manning the whole ministry. We can import that into our court system. Let us have a public administrator to head our courts, while the judges do the preside and resolve the matter and do the legal aspects of the judicial system. Now, in doing that, they owe this country a duty of intentionally, professionally, continuously enforcement of contracts, now resolving of disputes, and upholding the rule of law. That will be basis for economic development and investment. You know, every foreigner that wants to come into this country will look at our law and see what are the judiciaries doing. Do we have ease of doing business law? Once they look at that thing, they will come in to invest.
All right, this is just an hour lecture. But before we'll allow you to go, what is your parting words to the leaders and all Nigerians?
Well, I believe that the Nigeria of our dream, our motherland, the these lofty dreams and these lofty ideas that we believe we can achieve is achievable. Once it's conceivable, it's achievable. Let us not give up, because I know at the end of the tunnel, there will be light.
All right, that's the much we can take on this segment. Thank you, Dr. Odo, for the insights.
Thank you for thanking me.
Thank you. Time now for us to take a quick break. We'll be right back. The Enugu State House of Assembly has passed a motion of urgent public importance on the deplorable condition of federal roads in Enugu State and by extension the Southeast geopolitical zone, which have become a threat to the socio-economic development of the zone. Chimaroke Ugu was at the plenary and now reports.
Motion as presented by the member representing Enugu South Rural Constituency in the House of Assembly, Obiajulu Ugu, urged Enugu State government to call on the federal government to urgently address the deteriorating state of federal roads in the southeast as it relates to the fuel tanker explosion which occurred along the Ugu-Onyama section of Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, claiming 21 lives and burning 17 vehicles. In her prayers, she stated that the motion seeks to ensure expedited action on the reconstruction, rehabilitation, and even construction of Enugu State federal roads so that road users may enjoy smooth and accident-free rides.
Poor state of these roads not only hampers economic activity, but also poses significant safety risk to commuters. Whereas the Southeast region, known for its industrial and entrepreneurial companies, is heavily dependent on an efficient road network for the transportation of goods and services across Nigeria.
Other House members who re-echoed the speedy intervention on federal roads on the southeast maintained that the worsening condition of these roads is hindering the economic growth of the region, as well as discouraging local and foreign investment.
We know that if they do their work very well, and ensuring that the articulated vehicles, especially the tankers, if they are well fitted with the anti-spin locks, in the event of accidents, it will at least save the spin of the fuel.
You had had rail lines functioning and running. All these articulated trucks plying our routes will no longer ply our routes like that. Heavy equipment and heavy goods will go through the rail system.
The motion received accelerated hearing, consideration, and corrections by the House members. In Enugu, Chimaroke Ugu.
For stories trending in the sporting world, let's join Peter Obo for sports updates.
League leaders in the Nigerian Premier Football League